So here we are on the 29th of September, and this is how our beans have come along, and they're looking rather marvellous. I am hoping that we'll get actually a crop out of these before the frost, and as you can see in here, they're already starting to flower. So these were beans that were planted on the, well, these particular ones that are flowering now were planted out on the 21st of August, and these ones over here, which are the cobras, I think you can see they're starting to flower as well, and they were actually planted as beans in the container. There you go, there's flowering, the flowers coming through there as well. There were beans in the container, and they have grown since the 21st to this, which yeah, it's quite amazing. Maybe I should have had the canes a little higher, because they have gone a little wild, and it looks like they wanted to go, as I said before, I think to about 6 feet, and I haven't trained them to go horizontally. But yes, so they're coming on. So we'll revisit these. Hopefully once they've flowered we can see some beans, and we should be able to get a crop before the first frost. So I'm expecting to be able to get a crop in October, which is quite late for beans, I have to say. So if we wander over here, you can see the beans just behind the bench there. I have to go round to get there, I think. All the tomatoes are coming to the end. Right, so these are the beans that were planted the same time as the cobras, which you just saw, the 21st, actually in the pot themselves, in the container. And these are Blue Lakes. Now the Blue Lakes don't seem to have, as yet, oh yes they have. There's one in there, you can just about see in the shade. They're just starting to come through with flowers. Again, these were planted late, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to get at least a few of beans from a harvest before the end of October and the first frosts. It has been quite cold recently, which obviously hasn't helped, but it's nice and sunny today. It's going to be awful tomorrow. I think it's going to be very rainy and very windy. Anyway, we will come back and have a look at these, hopefully when they're flowering. If we look at the table, which I've been using to bring on various things, and also because it's easier to get to some of the smaller plants and I want them out of the way of any vermin on the ground. We've got mint, which is just getting, this is the mint here, which I think is apple mint if I remember rightly. Yes, apple mint. There's some very small peppers which are growing there, which are taking a long time. There's parsley, which again they're in pots so I can bring them indoors. There's some more basil, and these are the peppers, which, as I think I may have said before, my wife likes them red, so I didn't pick them when they were green, but they're all turning red now, so she'll be very happy. And down here we have the remnants of a few little experiments which didn't quite take. So that's the onions and the leeks, if you were ever following those. I'm going to try that again, but I'll be more careful with how I actually plant them, I think. There are still some tomatoes coming through here, which we'll hopefully get. But basically the rest of the garden just needs to be sorted out now for the winter. The cut and come again lettuce, which is in this bowl, in this large container, large pot here, is going to seed. So I may well see if I can collect some seed, and we'll see how that goes next time as well. Okay, onwards and upwards. Oh, did I miss out the chives? Oh yeah, there are some chives over there as well on the decking. which again, they're in a pot, so they can come in if it gets too cold, but they're generally fine. And here I'm going to clear all of the bed here, and I'll put in some winter vegetables. There's some over the back there, I don't know if you can quite see them, which are climbing spinach, which should actually last through the winter. But yes, I'll be clearing all of that in the coming days. Hopefully that's a bit informative for you, and it's always good fun. I find it good fun anyway. So if you like this, then please subscribe or like it. I've even got some flowers, look at that. And somewhere there are chickens. Oh yeah, there they are. Can you see the chickens up the back there? Yeah. I missed filming letting them out earlier, but there you go. They're having fun in the sun. Okay, onwards and upwards. Please like or subscribe or whatever you have to do. That would be great. Thank you very much. And I'll be back with you soon.